Up next on Way of the Renaissance Man, a special audio essay presentation titled Make the Coronavirus Kindness Choice. The following audio essay was written and narrated by Jim Woods. A slightly edited version of this essay was first published on March 18th in Jim's weekly column, The Deep Woods, which can be found at jimwoodsinvesting.com. And now, here's Jim's reading of Make the Coronavirus Kindness Choice.
The world is a very different place today than it was just a month ago. In my area of professional expertise, financial markets, we went from raging bull market to a growling bear market in approximately 3 weeks. Yet financial markets are not the biggest difference in our world. The biggest difference is that the coronavirus has provoked an unsettling mix of fear, uncertainty, angst, anxiety, and a very real sense of impending doom in the minds of billions around the globe. All over the planet, people are being quarantined, or are self-isolating, or practicing social distancing, or whatever the proper term might be for any particular situation. In the United States, many store shelves are bare of essentials such as toilet paper, paper towels, and cleaning products. More importantly, many stores have experienced shortages of meat, milk, eggs, and other vital foodstuffs. Today's coronavirus milieu reminds me of the words of the great Thomas Paine, who famously wrote, "These are the times that try men's souls." Now, in an effort to mitigate the fear we're all legitimately feeling from the potentially disastrous health effects of the coronavirus, federal, state, and local governments have stepped in big time. And though I am no fan of government as the solution to societal problems, governments do have a role to play here. That role should be limited to the protection of individual rights, but protecting rights also means protecting Americans during times of national crisis. And while one can debate the efficacy of the government's actions so far in this crisis, I do think that leaders are doing what they think is proper to help. Those government actions also include monetary and fiscal stimulus by the Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department. And while I can criticize Fed policy, bailouts, and direct payments to individuals ad infinitum, I will reserve that criticism for another occasion. But don't worry, I won't forget. What I would rather do today, and what I think is the better use of our time, is to focus on what's being called coronavirus kindness. All over the world, individuals have stepped up their game to help others through this crisis. In fact, I personally know many people taking action to help those who need help most. For example, my friends who run a catering and meal prep company have ordered extra meat, eggs, and other food stuff to make sure their clients have the basics they need to survive. I also know someone in my local area who has offered to go shopping for the elderly citizens in our community, citizens who are most susceptible to the devastating effects of the coronavirus. In my own case, last weekend I took my SUV to the feed store to help my elderly neighbors stock up on food for their pets. This took about 2 hours of my time, but after I did it, I felt I had experienced 2 of the most uplifting hours of my life. Indeed, coronavirus kindness is all around us. A recent CNBC article featured the work of Becky Wass from the county of Cornwall in the UK. She created a postcard that said, quote, "Hello, if you are self-isolating, I can help," unquote. Wass then left space for people to fill out their contact details and whether they would like help with shopping, posting mail, or simply a phone call. Wass's husband then posted an image of the card on Twitter, urging people to wash their hands and print it out. The card quickly went viral on social media with the hashtag viral kindness. Now, this beautiful act of coronavirus kindness is just one of many I've read about in the media, which is actually refreshing, as the media likes to be the source of hyper fear, hyper criticism, hyper reaction, and hyper danger signaling. If it bleeds, it leads. I get it. But in this essay, on this day, kindness and love for yourself and your fellow humans leads. And the only thing that bleeds is the common blood of humanity coursing through all our veins. So today, I recommend you make the coronavirus kindness choice. Call your friends, acquaintances, or reach out to those in your community and offer up a friendly voice. Or just ask them if there is any way you can help them through the crisis. The answer might be no, and there may not be a way to directly help. But simply knowing you have your fellow man's back will not only make them happy, it will also make you happy. The way I see it, it's a value for value exchange worthy of any rational man. So go out and do your part. I guarantee you, the person you see in the mirror will be proud. Jim Woods, March 24th, 2020.
Thank you for listening to Jim's reading of Make the Coronavirus Kindness Choice. For more great resources and inspiration, visit wayoftherenaissanceman.com.